Hello and welcome to AFTV. I am Pippa-Emerick and this is the Women's Football Show. Now, what an exciting weekend for Arsenal fans. Of course, the men won away, first game of the season, 3-0 to Fulham, but the women are running riot. 2 games into the WSL and 15 goals scored. They just beat West Ham 9-1 away. Yeah, you heard me. 9 goals in one game. Well, it was 10 goals, to be fair, but 9 of those were from Arsenal. And of course, the West Ham goal is actually beautiful. Kenza Darley with the leveller, she equalised for West Ham. She brought the ball down, volleyed it in on a half volley. Absolute beautiful goal. It's going to be hard to stop that. But Arsenal, wow, what a way to start the season. And Jill Roord, I was bigging her up last week in the Women's Football Show, saying how much Joe Montemurro says she's important to this Arsenal team as a young player to help build the best Arsenal team you possibly can. And boy, is she doing that. 2 games in and 2 hat tricks. She's done it again. She's got another hat trick. And it's great to see, I like to call Vivian Miedema her best friend. It could be a stretch, but they're very good friends, international teammates as well. It's great to see them battling it out for that top goal scorer of the WSL already. I mean, Jill's obviously in the lead there with 6 goals. Normally it'll be Vivian Miedema, but it's nice to have that friendly competition between them. And of course, Vivian Miedema was also on the score sheet with another beautiful goal, absolutely rocketed it in to the roof of the net, the absolute roof of the net. Let me tell you who the goals were scored by. So we had 3 goals from Jill Roord, goals from Vivian Miedema, captain Kim Little, Leah Williamson got on the score sheet. She wanted some of the action. Beth Mead and Caitlin Ford. Anyone else want to get on there? Anyone else want to have a go? Just 9 goals for fun. Literally running riot on West Ham. An unfair result for West Ham, to be fair. If you're looking at that, you're just thinking, whoa, what's wrong with West Ham? Are they rubbish? They actually put in a very good performance for the first 30 minutes. It was a very equal game. And if you was watching the first 30 minutes, there's no way you would have thought it would have ended up like that. So they were equal for most part of the game. But the moment that they went 2-1 down, West Ham went 2-1 down, and their captain Gilly Flaherty was sent off, the game absolutely changed for them, and they opened up a lot more. And it was our game for the taking. And Arsenal did not hold back. They were ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. The goals just kept coming and coming and coming. At one point, it was 4-1. And then I checked, I turned around and I saw 7-1. I said, excuse me, what did I miss? I had to go watch it again. I was like, what's going on? Where's all these goals coming from? Absolutely beautiful. And Beth Mead's goal was one of my favourites, not because, I'm not just saying that because she's on the back of my shirt. I'm not just saying that. Meadow. But her goal, if you haven't seen it, go watch the highlights for all of the goals, to be fair. But Beth Mead, the way she ran onto that ball and funded it into the back of the net, a beautiful goal. It's going to be hard to choose, the best goal out of that game because they were all quality. Even the last goal of the game, nice little link-up play between Lisa Evans getting her assist and Caitlin Ford jumping on the score sheet as well. Lisa Evans was through on goal, pretty much one-on-one with the keeper. Then she squared it to Caitlin Ford, who just had to tap it in. Nice link-up play there. Even Leah Williamson coming back from her defensive line, getting forward and getting on the score sheet. She won the piece of the action and she got a great performance for Arsenal, and what a start to the season. I mean, if you would have asked me before the season started, I wouldn't expect us to be sitting comfortably at the top of the table like this, because when you see the activity that's happening in the transfer window and the transfer market in women's football, what Man City have been doing, what Manchester United have been doing, what Chelsea have been doing, you look at these teams and think, oh, hold on, this is getting serious. We have some real competition on our hands right now. But we are Arsenal. We are the Arsenal, and there's nothing to worry about right now. I can sit back comfortably. There's absolutely nothing to worry about right now. Let me just give you a few stats on the game because I love a statistic. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous. But possession-wise, 60% possession for Arsenal and 40% for West Ham, which is seems fair to me. But the shots, mate, 25 shots for Arsenal and only 3 for West Ham. And I say that, and I'm shocked about this because, before they started running right and goals started flying in from everywhere, we was through on goal, and Mackenzie had to make a double save. It was very hard to get through the West Ham team. Like I said, it was an equal game at first. She made a double save, and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a long day. It's actually going to be a long day. But the moment, as I said, Gilly Flaherty went off, the game opened up, and that's where the 25 shots came from. And 18 of those shots were on target, and only 2 were on target for West Ham. And it wasn't only goals that was galore in this game. there was cards too. There was 6 bookings for West Ham. 6. Of course, Julie Flaherty getting 2 yellow cards and being sent off. Rachel Daly on a debut. Grace Fisk. Who else was on there? Adriana Leon. Loads of bookings. Not the greatest of performances for West Ham. They're going to have to sit back and reevaluate themselves there after that performance, after starting so well out of the block and then finishing like that. A very disappointing performance for them. But, I've got to big up my team because we are ruthless at the moment. 9-1. This is ridiculous, but I love it. Now, this WSL fixture was selected as a test event for the reintroduction of crowds back into football, and there were 734 fans in attendance at Chigwell Construction Stadium, where West Ham women play their games. I'm pretty sure they were, up for this game, and they were cheering for the most part, especially like I said in the first 25 to 30 minutes of the game. But then it all changed, and I'm not sure if all 700 plus fans were still in the stadium after the 4th or 5th goal, because I wouldn't want to sit there and see my team get abused like this. It was bad. So, of course, that victory sees Arsenal still at the top of the table, and the rest of the games will be played today. Let me just run through the fixtures for you. So, Chelsea women take on Bristol City women. Everton play Spurs. Birmingham City are playing Manchester United. Man City are playing Brighton and Hove Albion. And Reading are taking on Aston Villa. Now, I know all of those other games sound super exciting, but do you know the one I'm going to be keeping a close eye on? Reading, Aston Villa. Now, these two teams, I guess the ones struggling the most, as well as West Ham now. Reading lost 6-1 to Arsenal last week, and Aston Villa lost on the opening day to Man City. Aston Villa being the newly promoted side, and there was quite a few errors in that game that I'm sure that they can learn from and pull themselves back together again. But these two teams have got a lot of confidence building to do now after the defeats in the first week. So it'll be interesting to see how that game pans out. I'm probably predicting a 0-0, to be honest, but it'll be great. And very interesting to see if there are some goals in this game. Now, in other news, the transfer window has closed. It's closed. And no, not the one that you're thinking of course. There's a transfer window in women's football, just in case some of you didn't know. And it has been the most exciting one yet. We've seen some real big names enter the WSL. I mean, 5 World Cup winners have come along. 5, 5. Before, back in the day, it used to be players over on English soil going over to America to really break through for a career in women's football. So to see so many NWSL players and World Cup winners coming over here, it just makes the league so much more exciting. And the breaking news, I'm sure most of you would have seen yesterday, is Alex Morgan. Now, if you're not a regular viewer of women's football, if you're just learning about women's football on this show, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know who Alex Morgan is, though. United States of America World Cup winner, the one who scored against England and celebrated with the sipping of the tea. Yes, this lady is coming to the WSL, but it's a big... she's going to Spurs. What's that about? Spurs? What's she doing there? How did Daniel Levy do that? Is Daniel Levy behind that one? Who runs the transfers there? How did they get Alex Morgan to sign a deal at Spurs? Seriously, I'm being so serious. Did they do it just for the documentary? Because I know Spurs have got this big documentary going on. Is it? What's the reason behind this? Because it's not like a proper signing. It's just for a loan spell, and the shortest loan spell. It's just from now until December, I believe. So that's very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what that's all about. But it's exciting. It's very exciting to see her play, and we're probably going to play against her in our next game. Our next game is the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Yes, it's back. We're coming back from last season where we didn't get to finish the FA Cup games. The North London derby that we were so excited about is back. We will be playing Tottenham Hotspur in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And that is where Alex Morgan may or may not make her debut against Arsenal. And now, if I was her, I'd be scared, mate. If she's looking at the results that Arsenal have had recently, I'd be scared. She's coming over to England to know what it feels like to lose because you've joined the losing side to go to Spurs. No, but in all seriousness, it's great for women's football to see all these big names enter the game. We've always had big names and big talent in the WSL anyway, but to see international players come over and have record-breaking transfer deals over the line as well. It's been the most exciting transfer window for women's football, and I'm so excited for the season, especially because as an Arsenal fan, we've had 2 great wins. Second game of the season away to West Ham, and the men have West Ham in their next game of the Premier League season. Can they do the same? Will we see a 9-1 win over there? I doubt it. I don't think we'll see a 9-1 win in the Premier League this season, but to be fair, Leicester did it, didn't they? last season. Was it 9-0 or 9-1? Crazy. It would be great if the Arsenal men can replicate what the women did yesterday, but it's going to be hard. Now, I have to ask you guys, this is also going to be hard. If you were to choose the best goal of yesterday's game between West Ham and Arsenal, which one would it be? It's hard because there was some good goals in there. There's three to choose from Roord. Absolute beauty from Miedema. Kim Little's goal was amazing too. Beth Mead's personally my favourite goal. Leah Williamson's, Caitlin Ford's. What was your favourite? Leave it down in the comments below. And what do you think Arsenal women can go on to achieve this season? Now, judging by the last two results, I wouldn't be surprised if you said we're getting our title back. It's early to say, but I mean, we've come out all guns blazing. Perfect start to the season. Now let's carry it on. Come on, you Gunners. Well, that's all from me this week. Thank you for watching the Women's Football Show with myself, Pippa-Emerick, and I'll be back next week for more women's football updates.
Robbie here from AFTV. We just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok. Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.